Welcome to this week's Titillating Tuesday. It's now the 2nd of June 2020. So, this week's subject, jokes about perps, dear oh dear oh dear, is moderation. Where it's moderation in concept, it's supposed to be kind of, well, it's not the opposite of anything. So there's no extremist behavior in moderation, because in the world today we've got two extremes. We've got left and right. The left, they're socialists. The right are nationalists. When you put them together, you have the Nazis. So basically, if you're out there and you're very very leftist, socialist, communist, then you're one half, one part of what the Nazi was. They was both of them, left and right. So I was thinking, why don't we just dissect politics in another way other than left and right? And I was thinking moderation. Moderation is quite simple. Moderation is like basically when you say being promiscuous. Being promiscuous, you can look at it in so many different ways, because I know what you're worried about. You're worried about if people moderate, would they be just one party? No, they wouldn't. Because if you think about being promiscuous, if somebody says try not to be promiscuous, moderate in terms of what promiscuity, yeah, so that's the best way of solving that. So we could say, okay, that means don't have many sexual partners. That's one way of looking at it. That could also mean, it could also mean don't have partners of a different race, or it could also mean don't have partners from different religions. So there's many ways of defining moderations. You can get 3 or 4 parties out of that. It doesn't have to be a one party state. Yeah, because we're tired of this left and right bullshit that we keep seeing. I know the perpetrators are either left thinking or right thinking. You know what I mean? I think they're called left because they just prefer to do things with their hands, and they're called right because they prefer to do things with their mind. But we're tired of that dissection of poetry. No, because when you look at the perpetrators that we have in life, yeah, they either trying to social engineer you because of their nationalist views, or they're trying to social engineer you because of their socialist views. Yeah. So basically, when you put nationalism and socialism together, we hope they never unite, because when they form a group together, that's when there'll be Nazis. One of them is going to be dumb enough to say, hold on, you're socialist, we're nationalists. Why don't we come together and have a super group? But that's already been done, yeah? And the world's gone past that. So I recommend that, but I'm just trying to imagine what would a moderate perpetrator look like. I mean, you can't get perpetration from being a moderate, yeah? But being left or right, that's when you become perpetrators. Someone who's in balance. You can't just be left, you can't just be right, and you can't be definitively both. You got to be someone who's naturally both, not both, naturally not concerned with dissecting reality into left or right situations. You know what I mean? So I think we'll see the type of perpetrator change out here, because you can't perpetrate on someone if you're a moderate. The only time you become a perpetrator is if you're an extremist in something. You have an extremist belief. I call them men with acronym in them. Yeah, these are men who believe in something that's normally got an acronym in them. Yeah, it's normally got fuckery on them in them. Yeah, so that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, you've got to learn to moderate. Yeah, if we was moderating, we wouldn't have all these protests and riots that are happening all over the place. Yeah, and it's very hard to see who's the perpetrator. Yeah, in all of this, it's very hard, because everyone's a perpetrator and everyone's a target. Yeah, so what are we then? We're targeted perpetrators. I don't know. But if you're not part of that, and they don't leave you alone, then you're a proper target. But if you're part of that, then you're targeted perpetrator. Yeah. So I just stay out of all this rioting and protesting. I'm not someone who agrees with rioting and protesting. I believe that if we did moderate the world, we wouldn't have any need for all of these things that are going on now. You know what I'm talking about. I'm not going to actually blatantly mention it. If you're looking at this in the future, look back on the last week of May and the first week of June to see what was happening in the United States, and you see what I'm talking about in this video. But there would have been no need for that if we all moderated. Now, what are the perpetrators doing at this time? Yeah, what are they doing? Yeah, because it's that time when left and right are colliding, and so what do perpetrators do? Those of us who are moderates, we completely stay out of it. Yeah, and they distracted with each other, so at least we get a little break. All right. Anyway, this hasn't been very funny because there's really nothing to laugh about in the world right now, but I've tried to make it as funny as I can. But remember, moderation, yeah, it's better than left-right dissection of and modernization. So anyway, just trying to make it rhyme. Does it make it laugh? Does it make you laugh? Titillating Tuesday. Out of